I got my yards done, so I'm back at the shop, and I got the old 72 in here and looking at them tire things. I know I'm dirty. That's what happens when you do lawns, you know. So anyway, here it is on the dangle behind me. You know, I may not be able to do the back tires today. I'm looking at whether or not they're going to fit, because, you know, you see this clearance, and then if you see these tires, how much bigger around they are. But, you know, we won't know until we do it. And then if it doesn't fit, the workaround obviously is just to change out from these siphon type tanks to the gravity feet, which I got a couple of those laying around. So let me see if I can get this camera set up, and I'll do the fronts, but I don't know if I'll get to the back. Oh, by the way, if you're ever putting these front tires on, don't ever stick the bolt out on this side, because when you see that, the bolt's out, because when you come around a corner, you're going to snag a chain link fence. And also, always try to put, I would put where your valve stems are toward the inside and the grease fitting. And keep all your mowers the same, because it just makes it easier. And the reason I put the grease fitting and the valve stem to the inside is because when I'm pulling up to the shop, then I can see from the operator's seat when that is clocked to the right position for me to put air in the tire. Do you see what I'm saying? So that's just the reason I do it. It saves a lot of frustration. So I know I'm not good with the camera. I got a long ways to go on that, so just gonna have to. Oh, if you didn't see yesterday's video, check it out. That one I thought was pretty cool, in that I told everything that happened when I worked on the mower after mowing, and I got the hookworm in my arms and then my back really bad. So hang right there. Let me grab my impact. I'm going to change out the fronts, and you can see what the taller front tires look like. And you can see I can put like 2.5 fingers in between this here. What I'm trying to do is get a higher mower so that it does a nicer job on the St. Augustine. That's all I'm trying to do. So course, everything's harder when you go to do something like this. But this is the old, and that's what I've always ran is 13 by 656 fronts. I usually run smooth, and I think I'm getting Maristar or something lately. Now this one here is, instead of 13, which is the height, this one here is 8-ply, 15 by 6.06. So it's slightly narrower, which I don't like, but it's 2 inches tall. And let me pop it on there and we'll take a look. Like I said, I'm putting my valve stem to the inboard side of the machine so that I can see it when I'm pulling in for inflation. And I'm putting my bolts in such that the cap head will be sticking out, because it's much shallower on the cap head end than on the other. And then you don't have that clearance issue coming around a corner on chain link fence or something like that. That's the way I do it. Everybody can do it the way they want, you know. But the whole name of the game is to make things easier and shave time off. So on them, you're supposed to tighten them up pretty good, because there's a sleeve that runs through there inside that hub, and therefore you can't over tighten. If you have one that when you tighten it, the wheel stops spinning, then somebody's taking that sleeve out, because what it is it stacks up the body of the bearing against that internal sleeve on over to the body of the other bearing, you know. So I say body, so it'd be pressing on this inside, the sleeve would. So there's no way you can, if it's seizing up when you tighten it, it's missing that inner sleeve, which transfers the force from one bearing to the other without compressing and putting side load on the balls and the bearings. So, you know, I'm not sure. I've only ran into a few times where those were missing on old machines. And look at it, that's what I'm using. I'm getting old machines. This machine don't even run. I pushed it in with the Bobcat, but that's not the point. This is the one I probably will fix up for next year. And like I said, I repower them with the Briggs motors that are cheap. I don't even fool with this. I've got a bunch of them laying around. I don't know what I'm going to even do with them. They're like 25 horse Cowie or Kohlers and Cowies, and I've never had good luck trying to keep them running. One of the main things they did on them that screws them up is they got this rebreather here on for EGR crankcase ventilation on this other valve cover. So not this valve cover, the one inboard, and there's a grommet on there and a filter characteristics of it, and that grommet always fails. And every time you have one of these that are down on compression on one side, it's going to be that cylinder in there because that grommet's failed. And this is, oh, by the way, this is something else interesting. I've never seen another top cut bumper except for one other time online. I've never seen one in person. They're rare. And then I don't know what the deal is. If anybody knows what the deal is with that, why Hustler had some cut out with the words Top Cut. It just seems odd to me. And I'm aware that some were cut out with the word Hustler, and then a lot of them with a cursive type script of Super Z. But the Top Cut I've never seen. Now, I have seen old Hustlers painted in the pale beige too, badged as Land Prides. So those are out there, but they're getting even more rare. And, you know. Oh, let me show you this tire. There's nothing wrong with that. Look at the clearance you got. The width is a little bit narrower, but you can't really tell it on video. But that's going to give an extra. The other one was 13. This one's 15. That's going to give an extra little inch of height on the front. And tomorrow I'll try to get them rear tires on. So y'all have a good day. I'm probably going to just take care of some paperwork and call it. It's like 12 o'clock. I got 8 yards done and the tree job this morning and started working on this. But it takes me a long time to do the videos now because I'm just learning, you know, all this stuff. So, all right, y'all have a good day.